have to excuse any lighting. I've got a fan plugged in my lighting socket, and because it's so hot. But this is the back part of this humidity unit I'm trying to build, put together. I don't know how well all this will go together, but I'll try and show you that. Notice these like almost like lines going down. This is 0.3 layer height, 30% infill. There are some like zits on it as well. This is here, and that might be moisture in the filament, although I have tried drying this filament out. It was snapping all the time, and I managed to get this printed out after drying it out at 62 degrees centigrade. 62, yes, that's above the, just slightly above the sort of where it changes for PLA crystallized structure. Put in a biscuit tin, put the PLA in a biscuit tin, put on my heat bed at 62 for about 3 hours, turned it over to the other side 3 hours. Turn the spool over inside the biscuit tin. The biscuit tin helps keep the heat in. Had a sheet of cardboard on top of the biscuit tin on top to try and keep the heat in, and it hasn't snapped so far, and I managed to print this, and this is about an 18-hour print at 0.3 layer height, 30% infill. Now this is a Peltier unit, fan, biggish heat sink for the hot side here, Peltier under these, well, embedded inside this sort of foam, and then the cold side this side. So this basically goes in there, screws in. I'll screw that in. These two side pieces here are to try and keep the hot air, well, the cold air separate from the hot air to a certain extent. So this will be blown outwards, out the back, so the air will come in through the front, come down. This is what I'm hoping. Down round here, well, mainly down, and the gravity will also be pulling moisture off here down. This is at a slight angle, about 3 degrees. This whole back for the fan here, so that does tilt down about 3 degrees that way, so that it tries to get the water on the points of here and more likely to drip off. So the wires are going to go in the top, will come round. 12 volts all this, 12 volt fan, 12 volt Peltier. I'll screw this in using the screws provided with the kit. So you get some screws provided with this kit. I'll talk about that down here. I'll screw this in, then I'll come back. Well, I'll be printing out the front side first to see how well it fits. That's a bit outlined there. Okay. There we are, the 4 screws in, a bit like wood screws. That holds in there nicely. So there's a drawer to go in here that'll catch the water. And I know this works to a certain extent, but I haven't, well, I've done some various iterations. This is made quite a bit bigger for this unit, for my earlier models I did. That's good, that goes in there alright. Those plates touch this inside, just touch the heat sink there. That's good. So I might have to do another iteration of this actually. So I'm hoping that the air will come in through the front. Mainly air will flow down and underneath and up through here and up the sides, and then round here and in through there and out through the fan basically. Get on the back for the fan. Yep, that's alright. Will that stand by itself even with that weight sort of a bit top heavy? Yep, right, enough of that. Just show you round. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, put the wires up this side because any moisture running down, we don't want it running down the wires, even though it's only 12 volts, so we'll be only 12 volts on the fan and on the Peltier. They'll basically tuck round like that somehow, and then there'll probably be a plug in here. Have to drill a hole for a plug. I might not put a plug on the model. There's a tiny bit of a gap there on these triangles, looks like, so I'll have to redo them slightly. For the water, so that's for any moisture that happens to come down there. Just, it probably won't, because 99.999% of water will be on the fins, but just in case, it'll run down and into the drawer that'll be down here.